50-50.
All right, one more team to talk about. We'll stay in the AFC North, and we're going to talk about the Steelers here, who they could potentially target when the trade deadline comes. Yesterday, Pete Prisco was calling this team old. He wasn't just talking about Aaron Rodgers either. So you are looking at a weapon for Aaron Rodgers, a little younger, 28 years old. Who do you like?
Yeah, I like Jakobi Meyers, and this is not surprising because he has been the most outspoken of not wanting to be in Las Vegas, requesting a trade this offseason, not getting it. Asked about it recently, saying, yeah, I would still like to be traded, so you know what, let's move him. For the sake of this segment, let's move him, let's fulfill his wishes, and actually send him to Pittsburgh, a team that desperately needs him. I was really excited to see the possibility of DK Metcalf and George Pickens in Pittsburgh with Aaron Rodgers. They acquired DK Metcalf and immediately trade away George Pickens to Dallas, so we haven't seen a true number 2 running mate with DK Metcalf. And you look at the numbers here, Metcalf has 406 receiving yards this season. The next highest wide receiver is Calvin Austin with 139. You're talking about almost a 300-yard difference. There has been really no production outside of DK Metcalf at the wide receiver spot. If you are Pittsburgh, you are all in on 2025 when you brought in Aaron Rodgers. This is someone who I feel is an all-in type of trade, a perfect complement to DK Metcalf, a former 1,000-yard receiver, a veteran in this league. I think that would immediately help this offense. So I would be willing to give up a higher day 3 pick. Honestly, I would even consider a 4th-round pick if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. You have a ton of draft picks in 2026, so I would really leverage myself to add to this team in 2025 because of the quarterback situation with Rodgers.
Steelers Nation, pay close attention. If you thought this season was all about let's see what happens, think again. The time is now, the narrative is shifting, the spotlight is on, and the Pittsburgh Steelers roster is facing what could define the franchise's future for years to come. There's a lot of talk about Rodgers, trades, and depth. Let's dissect it all, understand where we are, what's been done, what needs to be done, and why you, the fan, should believe but also demand it. First, the scenario. The Steelers are coming off a season of expectations. They brought in Aaron Rodgers in the offseason to bring experience, to bring victories, to bring a playoff run. The goal was clear, to be relevant again. But it also became a focus on why isn't it working yet? And soon the discussion about depth, weapons, and who's running alongside Rodgers arose. The DK Metcalf trade brought momentum and attention, and the team said, let's play to win. But what accompanies this momentum? What's behind it? Here comes the central issue. Wide receivers, other than Metcalf, have so far lacked that second name that sets off positive alarm bells across the country. Depth at the position has been questioned, and journalists aren't ignoring this. They look at production, yardage, who's running routes, catching passes, making a difference. You look at the official depth chart, Metcalf is listed, Calvin Austin III is listed, Roman Wilson is also listed. But who's really delivering? Who's making that leap that makes you take a deep breath and think, yes, we're ready? At the same time, we hear rumors of trades, veteran visits, and strategic moves. For example, Gabe Davis, formerly of the Bills, visited the Steelers according to a report in a clear attempt to give Rodgers another threat. This is a sign that the organization knows there's still work to be done, and to reach the top, enough is never enough. You want that extra boost, you want that, I think so, we're among the best. Now, full focus. Rodgers is here. He knows what that means, but so does the roster. This depth problem won't go away with words. It will go away with work, with well-run routes, with separation, with blocking, with timing. As Metcalf said after a recent 80-yard TD, the pass was his, but the play was driven by Calvin Austin III, running from behind, blocking, and creating space. This serves as a micro-sample of what can work when everyone is aligned. For you as a fan, the question is, are we seeing this daily, or are we seeing flashes? Because the flashes are beautiful, exciting, promising, but what will win the system is consistency. When analysts say, look at the yardage this season, we're talking about depth, they're saying exactly that. You have to prove yourself. That's why this passage is so relevant. This is where the conversation stops being just about individual performance and turns to championship building. Yes, we know Rodgers can still take this team far, but he won't do it alone. The offensive line needs to hold up. The receiving core needs to deliver more than just explosions. The defense needs to stabilize, because here's the legacy. If the Steelers can build a functioning offense with Rodgers playing at a high level, Metcalf exploding, and the others doing the dirty work, if the defense stops conceding big plays, we'll be talking about a different team. A team opponents respect. And this could have a direct impact on the postseason. Trade rumors, attention to depth, and the ongoing work on the roster, it all converges toward one goal: winning when it matters. For now, we're seeing progress, but we're also seeing demand. And this demand is healthy. So, fans, keep your passion, your pride, and the chant of "Here we go." But also demand it. Demand delivery. Demand routes, deliveries, blocks. Demand defense that turns a close score into a settled one. Because this squad is talented, and this coach, Mike Tomlin, knows how to build teams. We're seeing a foundation. The building is here. This season won't be about the moment, it'll be about affirmation. And as I conclude, the Steelers have everything they need to turn expectations into achievements. Rodgers arrived to lead, Metcalf arrived to explode. The rest of the roster is being tested. How they respond to these tests will matter. Let's join forces, let's join faith, let's join hard work. Let's make history together, because for the Steelers, a good future is now. For Steelers Nation, this journey is worth every second. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think will make the biggest difference in this team's rise to the top? Is it the depth at wide receiver? Is it the defense finally becoming dominant? Is it Tomlin's playoff readiness? Leave your comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to Steelers Nation Wire for more analysis, more passion, more Steelers. Let's go together. Let's go Steelers. Let's go.